It is time, once again, to lock your doors, shut your windows, strap yourself into your favorite comfy chair, and tune out and tune into The Naked Zombie.
G'day boys and girls, and welcome to another enthralling episode of The Naked Zombie. Now, as I've been promising you for the last several weeks now that I was going to do the big reveal, so I have been drinking Red Bull all night just to stay awake. I have two wonderful gentlemen whose theme song is Willies, Willies, I Love Willies, are going to join us on Naked Zombie TV in their own special segment. Please welcome to The Naked Zombie, again, if you haven't guessed out who it is, it's the boys from Geek Speak. It's Ginge and Todd. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
I'm not a lady. I'm a lady.
Oh my gosh. well, ladies not.
Hey, boys, how are you? And thank you for joining on the show tonight for the big reveal.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to be here, Brad.
Yeah, very well. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm a lady. For you guys to be on Naked Zombie TV. And this is the thing that people don't realise, but this is what I'm going to reveal tonight. The boys are actually going to be doing a 10-minute segment on Naked Zombie TV when we start recording in the middle of April. They're going to have what's known, and it's going to be a new genre of awesomeness, is going to be Geek Speak Spooky.
Geek Speak Spooky.
I've got the chills. And did you like the intro, Willy Willies, I Love Willies side of it? That's about
I hope you're talking about yourself there, Brad.
No, that was for you guys.
No, mate, you've got, look, that's filthy, dirty, vicious rumour, Brad. Wade and I both like the Johnny, mate.
Johnny. Oh, it started already.
Morning, Johnny in the evening, Johnny all day.
We used to love. We love that song. I Want Smoo.
Yeah. Yeah, not that I like Willies. I mean, not that Willie Nelson's anything wrong with him.
I like that song Stuck in the Middle with Smoo.
Yeah, I like that too.
So I'm just going to sit here and eat my apple pie. We used to just crap on for another hour. Keep going.
Speaking of apple pie, I watched American Pie last night, and Ginge tuned in at the same time. We both tuned in the bit where he's banging the apple pie.
Yeah.
Classic TV, that.
Todd sends me a message. Hey, American Pie is on. Oh, cool. I'll flick it over. He's rooting the pie. Could have rung me at another part where Shannon Elizabeth had her top off, but
I stayed around for that. She's gorgeous, Shannon Elizabeth. I haven't seen her in years. Brad, have you seen Shannon Elizabeth in years?
Yeah, I've got her kept in my cupboard right now.
That's what she's doing.
No wonder we couldn't track her down.
Well, that's right, mate. This is the way the Brad rolls.
The Brad.
all the good-looking ladies.
Sorry when someone gives himself the in front of his name.
I'm texting myself as a third person here. That's how it works.
I'm the Ginge.
Oh,
yeah, he is the Ginge. That's what we call him.
I'm the Godfather.
The Godfather.
Hey, guys, guess what? I have some really cool news about the TV series as well.
Cool.
Sweet.
Okay, I have made an executive decision.
Drum roll.
Naked Zombie TV will be shown on the Naked Zombie website only.
Wow.
Yes. Oh, look, I've made a decision because, look, basically, at the end of the day, I feel that having it running on the website itself will give it its own entity, which it makes it its own thing, if you know what I mean. Fine, have it on a TV station's great and everything like that, and I think that's cool, but I get a lot more time to play with it. I get a lot more time to create what I want to create on it, and I make no apologies for the shit that's going to be on there. And the simple fact is, I can get whoever I want involved to do it, and that's the way the Brad rolls. So there you go, gentlemen, and I'm sure I have your 10% support on that.
Mate, you certainly do. I'll tell you what, the best thing is you can do what you want without restrictions too.
That's right.
It's something that we've been discussing over the last couple of weeks. about which way Geekspeak should be heading, whether it should be purely an online presence, and that's pretty much what the conclusion we've come to as well.
We're just about to kick off our third season of TV, and don't get me wrong, most of our TV partners, 90% of our TV partners have been absolutely fantastic, and we'd love to keep bringing stuff out with them. We probably will, but our main focus will be going back to what we started out with, which was web presence, because we get the immediate feedback, and our biggest presence comes from the web. So we will be putting a bit of a focus back on that this year with Geekspeak.
And you get to have that immediate interaction with the audience.
Look, the main reason is because I've known you guys for quite a while now, and we are very much tainted with the same hideous brush of anarchy.
Did you just call Ginge hideous? Because I'm allowed to do that. It's in my contract, Brad.
And twisted sadness at the same time. So, look, see, this way I thought, having look, you guys have your own thing, but what I'm also going to do is, to make it interesting for the viewers, we're going to do our own skits and that, like do up our own little short, like little funny crap. You know what my sense of humour is like. If I'm not if I'm not upsetting somebody, I'm usually making someone cry with sheer
You're not upsetting someone, you haven't done your job properly for the day,
right.
Brad.
And I'll tell you what, I tend to do that a lot for some reason. If you notice the latest posts on the Facebook fan site, there's been a few people ask me about, so what is it about? What's Naked Zombie about? And I said, boats. Big boats. Boats.
Really? You've got people asking... Oh, my gosh.
No, seriously.
Are you being trolled?
I think I may be. I don't know. But it's quite funny, actually. So I don't have... I see, when someone sort of... Whether they troll me or not, if someone asks me a question, I'm not going to give a serious answer.
Yeah.
If it's on the Facebook fan site. If they contact me personally in email, yeah, that's different. But the Facebook fan site, as you know, is a place of joy and harmony and just rubbishing the shit out of each other. So, and that's why I tend... That's how the Brad rolls. Again, I've said it
I'm worried
time.
about the Brad.
I'm going to see how many times, this is a competition, see how many times I say the Brad tonight, and see if people can pick it up and actually get back to me on that, because I
Do you know
have
what it
no
reminds
idea.
me of?
What?
Do you remember Smoking the Bandit? Dom DeLuise and Burt Reynolds. Don't talk about him. He doesn't like it when you mention him.
I keep hearing the Shermanator every time you say it.
You got American Pie in your head, haven't you?
Sorry, yeah.
The Shermanator. Yeah, okay. So that's the go, ladies and gentlemen, in Naked Zombie Army. The Geek Speaks boys are having what's called Geek Speak Spooky. They're going to come on board. They're going to have
Do you
their
want
own...
me to do it again? Do you want me to do it again? Ready?
Okay,
3,
good.
2, 1.
Yep.
Geek Speak Spooky. You know what? That won't be actually how it's recorded. Cause,
Why not? I think that's awesome.
You reckon? If you want it, I'll record it.
That's going to be the theme song as it comes on.
Mate, you guys can do whatever you want. You can have the live beans going... If you like, I don't really care. But no, look, I'm really excited. The fact I've got really good mates of mine who, like, we've actually done a lot together. We've met each other at different events. We're doing certain projects together. We sort of we get involved in each other's lives in a very, very sad and twisted way.
Yeah, it's like stalking your home.
Yeah, someone's stalking my home, stalking my Facebook
Blake
site.
keeps stealing your knickers off the line.
I wish people had stalked me. Well, hang on. I better not say that.
No,
No.
don't.
Don't.
That one girl might get really upset that she's been stalking me.
It's,
and I
it's
paid
funny that you
attention.
should mention trolling there, Brad. We've been trolled in the last couple of weeks. Must be the season of the trolls, is it?
But really, must it so? You've been trolled as well.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
yeah,
okay.
people
So
have stopped them.
let's talk about being trolled. I mean, we had nothing planned tonight for tonight's show because it never happens that way when I got the Geek Speak boys.
Oh, do it on the night. That's how we roll.
We say we do it on night. We just make up any old shit that comes along and hopefully
Yeah, we pull it out of our ass. No, we have. The last few weeks, we got trolled, mate.
You're kidding? Who trolled you? Tell me who it was.
Hey?
Tell me
I
who it
can't-
was. I'll sort
I'm not
him out.
going to name them.
All right.
But anyway, we've been trolled by this guy, and we've had to put a ban on him on the GeekSpeak pages because we get fantastic feedback, and I'm sure you're the same. You get listeners who
of course.
give you good creative feedback, and if they tell you something's wrong, if they do it in a nice way, you go, "Yep, no worries, we'll change it" or whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was just an oxygen thief, Brad. He was just out to stir trouble, so we had to ban him.
And what was funny was the fact that he was slagging shit to us, and then one of the Facebook fans on Facebook got on and commented on a show that he was on, saying that he wasn't very good. And then all of a sudden you see a comment underneath from him saying, "Oh, there's the trolls out." And you think, well, didn't you just do the same thing to us?
Trolls don't recognise their own trolling behaviour, Ginge.
Oh, sorry.
I'm still eating my apple pie here. I'm just listening to you two. Keep
Oh,
going.
are
That's
you?
all right.
Oh, do you want to keep entertaining? I'll do a song and dance number
Yeah,
for you in a
just
second.
keep going. I'm just sitting back and listening.
We could turn it into a song about trolling.
This is
What was that? Who used to do that? Rolling, rolling, rolling. Who used to do that? We'll just change it to trolling, trolling, trolling.
Yeah, hi.
You do it.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
Limp
yeah.
Bizkit, wasn't it? Limp Bizkit.
I don't know. You're telling the
Who named
story.
their band Limp Bizkit? That just sounds
Shouldn't
disgusting.
it be like Massive Shaft?
Something
They
like
should have
that. That's
called
what
something like
yeah,
that.
we should
Not
start a
Limp
band.
Biscuit. It's like
Massive Shaft.
sagging
Yeah.
twink.
Maybe they got sponsored for a tour by Viagra.
Well,
I don't know where this comes from. We're just sitting here thinking tonight.
And
We
you-
shouldn't think. This proves it. We shouldn't think.
No. I think none of us should be allowed to think. I think it's it should be a law that the boys from Naked Zom and the boys from Geek Speak should not be allowed to participate in any competitive thought.
yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
trolling.
We actually did a podcast on it the other week.
Yeah.
We did a bit of a rant on it, and we had some fantastic feedback. And people were like, are they that sad in their own day-to-day existence that that's all they got to do? They just log onto the computer and sit there and just stir shit, throw shit. Is that all they can do?
Look, it doesn't matter what you do in life. There's someone out there who's going to be out to get you.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah.
just about, look, you know, the funny thing is, and this is where I find amusing. I got an email about, probably about 2 weeks ago. Now, you know how that I'm not funny, right? Not funny.
Oh,
at all.
okay.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. Seriously, I'm not. I'm just sad. And the Brad decided. See, I said the Brad again. Could be
did.
two.
You got it in.
Yeah, I got it in. And I actually got an email from this mob in Melbourne who wanted me to try a bit of stand-up comedy.
Really?
I kid you not. And
I saw that post.
And my response to that was, no.
Well, I
Doing,
can
doing a radio show and trying to do up stand-up comedy would be two totally different things. And I've seen a lot of stand-up comics, and seriously, they should be laid down in a coffin comics because they're not funny. And
So you've seen Mr. Whitley's show before, have you?
don't go on. I'm the one who's going to get the hate mail now, and I have nothing to do
No,
with this.
just redirect it to me, mate. Throw it in a PO box, and
Geeks will gmail.com.
you know what? Because Brad, I'm always looking for toilet paper, and if they send that kind of hate mail, I'll gladly use it.
Yeah, that's fine. Look, I'll just pass it on. So if any hate mail comes through me, I'll say, look, I'll just pass it on to Toddles and Spanky, as I call you. You can go and take
Your
care of
wife's
it.
going to get jealous if you keep that up.
Spanky.
Spanky, yeah.
Spanky. Anyway, so that's enough for trolling. I think we've covered that one to death. So, guys, what have you got in store for Geek Speak Spooky? What are some what's of the genres? Because I'm letting you guys run with this as you see fit. I'm not having any control over this whatsoever. Because seriously, the Brad just doesn't roll that way. Got it in again.
Ginger and I are going to get our PJs out. We're going to pop the popcorn.
Yep.
We're going to cuddle up on the couch, not together.
In two separate houses.
Wade's got his missus, and I'm going to go get a call girl for the night.
Yeah.
We're going to sit there. We're going to watch some classic horror films that we grew up with.
Yep, I'm available.
Rewatch them. What, as a call girl?
Maybe.
Mate, I know you got to pay the bills, but Jesus, Brad, I like blondes.
Speaking of paying, who said I'm not a blonde?
Are you talking about the drapes or the curtains?
That's for another show, and I'm going to have to put an X rating on this one, aren't I? Yeah,
Yeah, you're going to have to.
But yeah, so you guys are going to look at videos and graphic novels and old porn, maybe, and
Some TV shows. Did you see that there's a new program out called Stranded that's just been released in America?
I haven't seen it yet, but you have.
And the whole premise of it is, say, like, for example, Ghost Adventures, the guys going around with night vision cameras.
Yep.
What they do is they get three people, chuck them. Well, this episode, they chucked them on a boat with cameras and drop them off at an island that has a hotel on it. And during the winter, the hotel is abandoned. And so they were the only three people on this island. And
Sounds
they
like
go,
a Stephen King movie.
yeah, and they have to stay a week on this island in this
Is this
giant,
real?
big old hotel. This is real. And, they investigate in the hotel.
I could do that.
I could do that.
I just need to find
An old hotel.
an old motel on an island.
Hey, mind you, we've got enough production camera gear between the two lots of our groups. We could set up like some cool thing. You ever thought about doing porn?
Talking porn. And it's spooky. Someone has done a porno version of Paranormal Activity.
Get bent. Really?
No bullshit.
How do you turn
It is
that into a
called
porno?
the movie title is called Paranormal Whacktivity.
Man.
And it is shot just like Paranormal Activity, where it's like a night vision looking at the bed.
Do you know who sold them that name? I made $500 on that name.
Paranormal Whacktivity.
As soon as Paranormal Activity come out, you registered that domain name.
I did. That's the most creativity I've ever spent.
So the one that I registered was Edward Penis Hands. Does that count?
No, I'm sorry, buddy.
I think that's already been done. Actually, I don't know. How did we go from talking about what you guys are doing to porno movies?
Well, I'll tell you what is coming up very soon. We're going on to. They're doing a retro 80s rewind night at Event Cinemas.
Yeah.
Now, we went to one on the week. We got to see Back to the Future on the big screen.
Number one.
Yep.
Guess what they're bringing out? 2 movies we want to talk about. First off is Gremlins. We'll be going along a couple.
Oh, sweet.
How awesome will that be to see on the big screen?
On the big screen. And then after that, the one we're definitely going to have to bring up on Geek Speak Spooky, the original Ghostbusters.
Oh, definitely. Look, I actually got out the Gremlins and Gremlin 2s for my boys because they hadn't seen it. They didn't know what a gremlin was from their armpit. So it's sort of like, no, I wanted to show them good old 80s genre, bad, funny horror movie. It's like Critters. You know what I mean? It's got that same sort of Critters.
Remember Children of the Corn?
Children, oh mate, the original Children.
They were weird as shit, man.
Shit out of me as a kid.
I grew up with them. I had 2 older brothers, and they used to make me watch them.
Yeah, and also the original Night of the Living Dead. Original, like the black and white version.
Back when?
Yeah,
Go right back.
Amityville
Horror.
Oh,
Amityville the original one, Brad?
Yes. I actually interviewed Christopher Quarantino or Christopher Lutz on the radio show, who was one of the surviving children from the actual Amityville horror itself.
No way.
Yeah, no, seriously, on the radio show. I had him on. People can go back and have a look for it. It's listed up there. So, and he was telling me about the cool stories and everything that happened to him.
Movie.
I mean, that's creepy as shit.
It was based on a real event, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, the movie and the book sort of did a bodgy on it, and it wasn't... God, it's funny. He says a lot of it, he reckons the real events were scarier than what was portrayed in the movie.
Shit, really?
Yeah, and this is what I mean. And
that movie put the wind up me as a kid.
Oh, well, definitely when the doors flew off and the priest sitting down covered in flies and all this other stuff, and he's running around through the house with a friggin' axe going... Oh, shotgun. Yeah, I mean, this
who hasn't done that on a Friday night with no pants on?
Speaking about pants on and running around the axe, I have actually seen some... Look, hey, you know our mate Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Wolf is actually... We're actually having an animated intro.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Mr. Wolf has been in contact with me. He's a legend.
And he has shown me some of the concept drawings for all of us.
Wow.
Do I look sexy?
Mate, absolutely not.
Do I look like a fat bastard?
I'll kill you, Matthew. I will kill you.
But so that's it. No, it looks really good. You know what Matthew's like? His style of drawing is just incredible for starters.
Yeah,
and it's
he is talented.
He is so talented. And so what he's doing up for us, and Chantel as well, they're doing it a team effort because Chantel is actually going to be part of the panel. So Chantel's going to be part of it. Matthew's our head cameraman, but Russ will be directing it. You guys are doing your thing, but everyone is having their image. Even Andrew, our IT guy, who does all the computer stuff, he's been animated as well for the intro for the new TV series. So it's going to be off the wall and different to start off with, just by looking at the first intro. And I think that's going to make it very enjoyable for people. Because we've actually sat down, we've discussed all this, and we've taken the time to put it through. You know what I mean? You know,
and it's not just thrown together at the last minute, just based on deadlines.
No, well, that's right. And this is why I sort of went away from the TV side of it, because, deadlines don't work for me, because, seriously, with the amount of work I have with the radio show and normal job, I just don't have the time. And that's why
right.
when I can do this and we can all get together, and I don't want anyone left out. That's the thing. If I do it with all of you. If no one's in it, I don't do it. As simple as that. I just don't believe in... No, it's a big team effort to get Naked Zombie TV off the mark. So, and having you guys involved in your segment of it is absolutely going to be fantastic for the audience because we'll break it up in a bit that they're going to see something a bit different. I mean, we'll be talking about all the creepy ass legends and then all the urban stuff and the monsters and all the hideous stuff out there and the cults and all this really cool stuff that people are fascinated by. And we'll be
talking about the poop monster from Kevin Smith.
And the poop monster.
Can we talk about the poop monster?
Go for it. You can talk about the poop monster now if you want.
Oh, we should do a whole 10-minute segment just on the poop monster from Dogma.
Do it.
Because that scares the literal shit out of me when I see that.
It does, surprisingly, doesn't it?
I wonder if that was based on like a real folklore type thing about because Kevin Smith took a lot of that from Catholic mythology.
Well, he took it from the Bible. And
so is there a shit monster
and that's
in the
supposed
Bible?
to be real, right?
How come they not taught us that in Catholic school, Jim?
Right, poop monsters.
Yeah, shit. Like I would have perked up if they had gone, look, we're going to talk about the Golgotha, which is a gigantic poop monster. I probably would have got straight A's in that fucking subject then. I would have gone, tell me more about this shit monster.
It would have made religion a whole lot more.
And you know what, Brad, if you had seen our religious teacher, she was a little old Irish lady that was about 80 years young.
She had a great voice, though.
She had a wonderful voice. If she had got there and go, boys, I'm going to tell you about the poop monster, she would have had me just sit up listening. Boom, I tell you.
It's the third
on the
Thursday.
third on third. Her name was Mrs. Mary Spearing. She was a former nun turned lay teacher.
Yeah.
And I swear to you, mate, she could control a classroom of teenage boys. She used to get up in front, she'd clap her hands and go,
strip.
boys. That's all she did, and we'd look at her and go, "Oh, poor old dear, we'll shut our mouths now." And if she had got up there and said to me, "Boys, we're going to talk about the Golgotha. He's a gigantic poo monster," I would have just.
You would have turned around and went, "Shut the fuck up!" Right?
Poop
monster.
Shit thing.
I got speaking of, I went to a Catholic high school as well for told and sadness, and we had this.
Did you get the cane?
Oh, mate, you have no idea. Oh, we
They
had this.
banned it by the time we went through.
Oh, mate. Oh, look, I'm a little bit older than you young ladies. And,
Luckily, we didn't get the cock out of because being at a Christian Brother college,
Yep.
they banned the cane, but I'm pretty sure some blokes got the cock instead.
And who said all Catholic priests are pedophiles?
Yeah.
Not me.
What was the going rate back in your days? Was it a Snickers and a can of Coke?
Can of Coke for us, it was.
Yeah, look, seriously, guys, we had two that really stood out. Okay, this is a funny thing. We had this one Catholic nun called Sister Maria, and no word of a lie, she had teeth like a llama. she could spit between these huge gaps, and they were sticky, outy, pointy teeth. And what's the funny thing was, we also had this. Our principal was Brother Roger. Now, Sister Maria and Brother Roger both got done for DD and speeding one night, as you do. But what was the scary thing was we had our tech drawing teacher was called Brother Tim. Brother Tim was about 90 years young and looked like Yoda. A pencil you will use, type of thing. But Brother Tim's favourite trick was to keep dropping stuff and bending down to look up the girls' skirts or the boys' pants.
Dirty old bastard.
No, I'm serious.
Why didn't we ever think of that?
Because we went to an all boys school, you
Yeah,
twat.
well, that wouldn't have fucking worked.
No, dude, seriously, I think he actually did it to some of the boys as well. And anyway, so he used to drop this pencil, and you would watch him, and all of a sudden you see all the girls go. Legs would be shut, close together. But
He'd just pivot. He
was just doing his godly duty. He was keeping them virtuitous. Is that a word? Did I just make that shit up?
Virtuitous is a word you've just made up. And also we had... he reminded me of Father Jack Hackett or Father Ted.
Oh,
He had that same sort of thick girls, knickers type thing. Yeah, that whole thing going on. I went to a Catholic high school I went from year 8 to year 10 because back then I don't think it went to year 11 and 12 because they didn't have multi-millions of dollars like they do now. But believe it or not, Brother Tim is still there.
really?
Yeah, he haunts the place, the girls' locker room. So
Have you investigated it?
Oh no, I'd love to actually, but I don't think they'd let me back into the school after the antics that I used to call was there.
We had a teacher that who actually taught a good mate of ours, his dad. He taught his dad, and then we went through, and he taught his son, who was in our grade. And apparently, is he still there now? I think he's still there.
I think he's dead, Ginge.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure he'd be still there.
No,
wouldn't
I
he?
killed him.
He's not going to die.
Yeah,
But you know what it was like? Like, you had that Catholic stuff crammed down your throat day in, day out.
Of course you did.
Have you taken any interest in the whole Pope thing, Brad?
I have actually. I've actually put my resume forward. I'm currently.
So did I. Mate, I'm in the running as well.
I thought, mate, look, Pope
Do you want to be
Brad.
vice Pope to me?
Look, Pope Brad sounds better than Pope Spanky.
You reckon?
Yeah, definitely. Because Pope Spanky, I don't know. They might go a bit.
I'd be great in the African countries.
Oh, you would be.
When I land in Africa as the new Pope, mate, they'll be like, "It's Pope Spanky! Hello, Pope Spanky!
Pope Spanky!
It's the Pope Spanky! He looked like Eddie Murphy, only white."
Something like that. Yes.
I mean, one's like, I can't believe you're doing that.
What?
Are we going to say something about his hood? You probably shouldn't wear the hood when you're in the South States of America.
No, I'll get drafted into another army.
Again.
Seriously though, Brad, what do you think about the whole rumor of him this next Pope being the final Pope, aka the Antichrist?
Well, actually, no.
Prophecy is that this next bloke.
The story goes that this Pope here turns the whole religious base up on its head. So I think you're going to find is that they're going to take even though they don't say it is, but a lot of the rumblings from the Catholics. So because I'm into the whole pop culture side of things, and religion is sort of when it comes to the weirdness of it. But yeah, no, you're right. There has been a lot of people fluttering around the internet and stuff saying, this could be that they have to choose the next pope carefully. If they get it wrong, this could be the Antichrist.
The Antichrist.
All the Catholics out there, please don't send me hate mail or send me any more crucifixes or try to save my soul, because seriously, I'm a Catholic, but if I walked into church, the roof would fall down. Yep. I lapsed years ago, mate. I think it was the last confession I did when I was about 10. I don't remember I had to wear Speedos for some reason. And it's choker chain. I still can't work that one out.
You know how I knew when I wasn't allowed back in the church, Brad?
What's that?
Every time I walk in, that fucking tub of holy water start bubbling on me. It's a great party trick, but the priest gets the shits really quick.
Look, I could make it go red.
I still maintain that the Mayans were right. It's just that those Gregorian monks back in the Middle Ages didn't carry the one, and the time calendar didn't work out.
Gregorian monks for how long?
Yeah, about 3 months since the Mayan calendar stuffed up.
I mean, that's it. I mean, they reckon they're out about. This is another silly thing about this whole thing, the Mayan calendar stuff. They reckon it's now out by 50 years.
Yeah.
So what?
So they can reckon another 50 years the so-called new world order.
They just keep changing the rules, don't they?
Well, it's like that priest over in the States, and I can't remember his name because he just annoyed me. Was the guy that I think every 6 months foretold the end of the world and the Armageddon or the resurrection or something like that. And so what happened was he get all these followers to sell everything and do all this, and next minute, tonight's the night, everyone, the big event, and the next day would pass, and they would go, well, that was a bit of a letdown. It's like people who whinge about the zombie apocalypse hasn't started yet. It's like, that's probably a good thing. We joke about it, but it's a good thing.
At least the priest didn't make them drink that red Kool-Aid that they did back with the Heaven's Gate mob.
Oh, yeah, the one that put them all to nice slumberland.
Yeah, and they thought the flying saucer was behind the Hale-Bopp comet.
Oh, look, mate, you can go spin on about, and this is all the stuff that we're going to be touching on the TV show as well, is all this weird-ass stuff. I mean, there isn't enough weird-ass stuff out there now without bringing it to TV, is there? Seriously, come on. I mean, who else is better to do it than us lot? Huh?
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
That's dead right.
So, just on that subject there, UFOs.
Yes.
Okay,
do you believe in them?
Me, personally?
Yeah.
I've got one hovering outside my window now, and hold on, hang on. Yes, I'll do the radio voice. Yes, the cargo doors appear to be opening in a and look, and yes, he has something long and round in his hand. Oh, yes, my pants are now off and I've been probed to death.
You've been what?
I've been probed. And not in a nice way.
I don't know if I'm open to the suggestion.
You're open to what to be probed.
I've never seen a flying saucer, but I'd like to be
You'd like to be probed? Is that what you?
I'd like to be proved.
No,
you
probed.
You got to get the word out quicker.
No, proved.
I'd
I'd like to.
Jidge, you want to be probed. Stop the crap, man. Seriously. I know, mate, I've been on a boat with you. Haven't I? Haven't I been on a boat? And didn't you say, Brad, if we sink, damn, I would love a good probing. You said that. You said that.
That's what you said, Ginge.
Hey, I'm a fat bastard. I'm pretty sure I would have floated.
You reckon?
Fat floats.
I would have, if it was me, I would have been riding on top of you.
You're like a raft.
Paddling away, like, lay you on your back so that you can still breathe, face up, and I'll paddle along on top of you.
And use me old fella as a mast.
I'm not going anywhere near that fucking thing without a pair of gloves.
Tie a sheet to it and blow us along.
Hey, Ginge, I think you're overselling yourself a little bit.
Do you think?
Maybe your hanky, mate. Maybe your hanky.
That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, no, seriously, me and Ginge were on a boat, a mother effing boat, and we were on a boat. And Todd, you weren't on the boat.
No, you guys forgot me that night.
Yeah, we did because we said, do we tell Todd? And Jen goes, but Brad, why? Just like that. So he had that wink in his eye thing happening.
You know what, mate? Honestly, you had no idea the trouble we got into for that. There was a certain other person on the crew at that time that kicked up such a big stink that
Really?
she wasn't invited.
I didn't get told that.
No, didn't
You're
you?
telling me this for the very first
No,
time.
yeah.
You're kidding me.
She was going to go down and torpedo the boat on you. She was such a vicious... she had a nose out of joint so much. But anyway.
Oh, that's not nice. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not really.
Actually, let's just give her a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
But, I mean, that's fine. I mean, look, I was speaking to Wade back then, and we had a good old chat, and I said, Wade, do you want to come along? We thought we'd do St. Helena. Now, and not many people were allowed to go where we were allowed to go. We actually had a full tour around the island, and I was wearing a leg brace at the time, which sort of didn't help.
Yeah, not
Must have
wrong.
been fucking awkward, Brad.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, especially when
It was on his
Ginge
old fella, not his legs.
No, especially when
It was really helping him.
It was, because Ginge was trying to remove it with his teeth for some reason.
Right, I'm going to cheer. Don't mind me. I'm just going to go get another whiskey while you two paddle on.
Yeah, right.
But see, this is why these shows never go too well. Actually, no, fun enough, the last Geek Speak combined show we did actually did very well as far as pretend ratings.
Pretend rating.
Over 20,000 people listened to the podcast in the last month.
Shit.
Alone.
Do you know what?
What?
That's 19,000 more than that watch. That's hang on. Let me start that again. That's 19,000 more people than what watch certain community TV shows in Brisbane.
You are not going to let that go, are you? I edit nothing out. You know that. If it's
Good,
stuff
stick to your guns, Brad. Stick to your guns.
Look, I do stick to my guns, and that's the thing. And like I said, if you are that person, speak to Todd.
And that's what I love about the web too.
He's not speaking to me anymore, Brad.
Well, it will be after tonight's show by the sounds of it.
What I love about the web is the fact that you can't fake ratings on the internet.
That's right.
No,
For example, if you go to our YouTube page, you can see every single person, every single comment.
It's the same with yours, Brad. You can see exactly who listens. And
Yep.
Yeah.
And when you get on TV, you can actually fake it and tell people that you get 40,000 people a night.
Wow.
Even though...
Is that the first time we've ever been accused of faking everything, Ginge?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because there was that girlfriend that time. She was unsure. She thought you kept carrying around a thing of yogurt in your back pocket.
Shut the fuck up, man.
It wasn't yogurt, it was mayonnaise.
Hey, Brad, did you know that...
Yes.
that
Sorry, mate. Keep going.
that you know the project on Channel 10, right?
Yes.
You know that Queensland-wide, it gets 30,000 viewers a
that
night?
it?
Yeah,
it only
that's
gets
it.
30,000 a night, Queensland-wide.
That's from Cape York down to the
right
bloody
down to...
border.
Yeah.
Yep.
And west.
They only get 37,000 a night.
Geez, I wonder how a certain community TV station in Brisbane claims to get 40,000 viewers for one show.
Yeah.
Do you smell that, Brad?
Todd,
Yes.
stop it. No, anyway, I don't care.
Brad.
I really don't care, to be honest with you. Look, the thing way I look at it, when I interview a guest, they can say what the hell they want. at the end of the day, I'm only the supplier or the medium.
You're the vessel in which...
I'm vessel which this information is carried.
That's sounding awfully Catholic right there.
Yeah, stop it. Maybe I have seen St. Peter's. Yeah.
What the f*** is that?
Well, anyway, so we've got lots happening. So you boys...
It's big times ahead, busy times ahead. You're going to have your bum hanging out, Brad, doing the show and this Naked Zombie TV, but I tell you what, I'm looking forward to it because you do quality work and I know you're going to do a quality show.
You sure? I mean,
yeah, I'm bloody sure, mate.
I mean, yeah, but I do.
You're a good team put together. I mean, Matt, Chantel, Russ, Andrew, these two idiots. I mean, me and this other idiot,
Liam.
Mate, you're spoilt for choice.
Oh, I mean, and it's going to be fun, and this is the reason why I guess another reason why I decided just to have it off the website because it's personal to the people who love the zombie. If you know what I mean, I'm not doing it to I'm not doing it for other people. I'm doing it for the viewers who get on there every day and listen to the radio show, and it gives them something a little bit extra to enjoy. Yeah, that's what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Well, mate, that's why we agreed to do it with you for the Geek Speak Spooky segments because, you know, at the end of the day, we do what we do for passion. We do it for for the love of the stuff and to entertain people. And, you know, Ginge and I talked about it. We're like, can we afford the time to take on doing this this extra little project? We went, yep, we'll make the time. We'll do it. And we'll give it our best. So, because we can get a kick out of it.
And I'm sure now, what are you guys going to be wearing when you do this?
Preferably pants.
Yeah, no, that's not part of the deal, dude. Sorry. We do the show pantsless. I mean, that's just what
Sans pants.
Well, if it is pantsless, we're only going to be shot from the waist up anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
You promised me the waist down.
No.
Do you want us to put googly eyes above our wangs?
I'll wear a mini beret on my wang.
Will you?
Just to make it look like a mini director.
I was going to curl my hair down there into like an old-fashioned Western moustache.
What do you mean it's not like that now?
Hey,
I've heard the stories.
Next time I go to pee at a pub, you're not coming in beside me, right?
I heard on the net that it's fashioned into a Charlie Chaplin, but then I also heard that it's not Charlie Chaplin. It's an Adolf Hitler.
You've heard all the jokes about the size of Liam Neeson's dick.
No,
well, now there's a heap of internet memes around about what my pubic hair is styled to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. Apparently, some days I have dreadlocks.
You should get a lightning bolt.
I nickname him Bob Marley. Although I call him Bob Dangley.
And for all the Naked Zombie listeners, I apologise in advance. No, I don't. Hey,
why would you be apologising? No one's seen it yet.
No. Speaking of apologies. You want to hear what happened to me today at work?
What happened?
What?
Anyway, the Brad, as everyone knows me as now,
bing,
because
bing.
I've made it official, is that I was called in to a special meeting about my, ready for this? My empathy towards people. Or lack
what?
What?
Seriously?
Seriously.
Your lack of empathy towards what other co-employees?
Yeah, something like that.
Huh?
So they come in and said you need to give a shit.
Basically.
What?
No, I'm serious. Look, see, the thing is, this is the funny thing. Like, I'm not stupid, if you know what I mean. I have a good education background. I'm one of these maths freaks, for starters. So I'm pretty cluey on a lot of stuff. And I've worked in heavy industry for many, many years. So doing what I do is a cakewalk. Now, when I get annoyed with people, which is 90% of the time, when I get annoyed with people, I get this really expressive look on my face, like, you're a twat. And that's
quite expressive.
Yeah, it might, trust me. You know how I wave my arms about when I'm doing interviews on TV? Yeah. Imagine that, but facially. It's like, ooh. Anyway, so I get dragged into this meeting today, and I'm going, oh, Christ, I went for an hour, and we had the big boss was there, and I'm going, sitting down, I'm going, okay. And then he started talking, I'm going, And then he sort of said something about, team player and all the rest of it, and I went, And then I noticed he had this funny lip thing happening, and I was just memorised by this. His top of his lip would like quiver, and I was fascinated by it. Every time he'd stop talking, he'd get this little quiver thing happening, and I sat there for the whole thing going, how the hell does he do that?
I just would have pissed myself laughing at that.
Yeah, well, the trouble is, mate, when I get myself in those environments, I get this look about, you're going to do what now? You're going to tell me what to do what now? But anyway, so I am currently in the process of furthering my career options.
Is that a glorified term for you got your walking papers?
No, I didn't get my walking papers. After, if anyone from work listens to the show, I probably will. But,
Yeah, you might want to edit a couple of the things out of tonight's show then.
mate, I don't edit anything out. I'm sorry. Look, I did an interview with Ghosts of Oz last night. I get on really well with the guys there. They've flown me to Sydney. I've been in the studio. I have a ball with them. And the funny thing with me is, I guess I don't apologise. If I've got something to say, I say it for a reason.
And stick to it.
I do not... Like, if I've said something I've regretted and I'm wrong, I put, hey, I'm sorry about that. I was wrong. Right?
Yep.
First one to put my hand up. But on principle, I guess that's why I don't... That's where the empathy thing is. I lack of. Because if I come up to you and say, I think you're stupid, it's because you're stupid. It's not because I have any... Why beat around the bush is my motto.
Man, life's too short to be nice to people that you don't like.
Yeah, well, I mean...
And to sugarcoat it for people, you know what I mean? Like, honestly.
Yeah, seriously, and this is the thing. I interview some fantastic guests on the show. And I've had fantastic guests on. I've met some wonderful people, and I have all the time in the world for them. Without a doubt, I'll bend over backwards to have them on again, yada, yada, yada. But the biggest thing that I struggle with is cross-dressing. No, I don't. I find that very easy.
I've seen you in a pair of stocking garters before. I know you don't struggle at all.
That was all he was wearing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Shh. That's our secret, man. Don't make me talk about the bottomless friggin' Spider-Man costume.
You want me to hear a quick Hollywood story about why I respect a certain actor for what he does, okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Chris Evans played Captain America in Avengers and obviously Captain America movie, right? Mm-hmm. He was doing a press junket, I think, for Captain America at the time. Mm-hmm. And done a bunch of film festivals. He was on like his second week of doing this press junket, right? And he was doing 40 interviews or more a day for 2 weeks in a row. Gets into this interview, and this journalist goes, "Oh, God, what a long day. You're my third interview for the day. This is just draining me." Chris Evans sits there and goes, "Really? Third for the day? Mate, I'm on my 40th, for 2 weeks." And, this journalist, "Oh, geez, well, you live the wonderful life, don't you? It must be wonderful." And Chris Evans just went, "Mate, no. You know what? I'm sick of idiots like you coming and asking me the same fucking questions over and over again. You can't think of anything fucking original to say. Yeah. You sit here whinging that you're doing it, this is your third for the day. I'm on my fucking 40th. Fuck you." Right? And this journalist got his panties in a knot. Yeah. And Chris Evans went, "No." He said, "At the end of the day, I'm sick of it. I'll give you the answers to the questions you ask me, but I don't have to like you." And after hearing that, I turned around and went, "You know what? Fucking good on Chris Evans. He called it as he saw it." And I get where he's coming from. If you're doing that, you're on your 40th, and you some douchebag coming and go, "Oh, it's been such a long day. Done my third interview."
Third interviews? People don't say what they think, or they hide behind...
I say false civility.
False civility. I was thinking of just that word right then, man, because I've heard you mention it before.
There is no point. You know what? Yep. If an idiot's an idiot, or a person's if there's an asshole and he's an asshole or whatever else, you're best off calling him an asshole to his face and go, "Mate, you're being an asshole. Pull your fucking head in." Yep. Because sugarcoating it gets you nowhere, and it only continues the problem. And I tell you what, honestly, I had to learn it the hard way in life. I used to be really nice to people. I'd bend over backwards, even if they were being an idiot, because it was, I guess the old Catholic guilt.
And then you get burnt.
And so you learn at the end of the day, if someone comes out and is a right royal asshole to you face to face, you just turn around and go, "Mate, I think you're a fucking asshole. I don't like doing what dealing with you, doing what you're doing or whatever," and you put them in their place, because life is too short.
It is too
to
short.
deal with idiots. You can go out, you can fucking get hit by a bus tomorrow and die, and you've wasted too much time dealing with idiots.
Then who will carry on the naked zombie when I'm gone?
And I think that's why we've from day one asked people.
Sweet.
I think from day one we've asked people to give comments and give us feedback for everything that we've done. Mm-hmm. And like for example, the other week, a listener of ours, Fez, said that when he listens to our podcast, the music at the beginning of the show is really loud for him when he's listening to it on an iPad, and so we thought, all right, well, we'll change the beginning of the show so that it comes in a little bit softer and then gets louder throughout the progression of the intro of the show.
Yep.
And
so we took it to heart.
Taken an issue that someone has and dealt with it.
I'm all up for that. I'm all up for criticism which will lead to a positive outcome for everybody.
That's right. That's right.
I'm all for that. What I don't like is people who think they're smarter than me when I know they're not, and they know they're not. And then I
hate
have
it when
to
people
shoot them
talk
down
down
in
to you.
frames. Yeah, I hate being talked down to.
It's kind of like talk to me on an equal level.
Equal level.
Do not talk down to me. I'm a bit like Joe Pesci when he hasn't had a fucking Snickers bar. Guys, Wade, like I fire up. I'm a very docile kind of guy. I'm a very accommodating kind of guy. But as soon as you push me a bit too far, don't you know it? I'm the kind of guy I'll bite back at you because life is too short, Brad. And I appreciate good feedback. I appreciate if someone comes to me and says I've got a problem with you because of this, this, and this.
Yep.
I try and work through it with them.
Yep.
First instinct's usually to smack them, but you try not to. But if you can't. If you try and deal with a situation in an honourable, upfront manner and it doesn't work, that's when you just go, mate, you're a fuckhead, piss off, or whatever else, you know?
Well, see, this is the thing. People don't realise the amount of work that goes into doing these sort of things.
That's right.
And that they got, look,
you're like us. You hold down a full-time job. You've got a career.
Yep. I do a career, but, I know what you mean.
Well, it is, mate, it is. But, this is the thing. Like, we do this for the passion, for the love,
yep.
you know?
And I really find it funny when people get on and they try to troll me. But I'll turn it on its head. You know what I'm like? I'm one of the hardest blokes to try and troll because whatever I dish with, I dish it back with gusto.
And it's like I say to you, Brad, you're such a pussycat. Such a pussycat. Such a nice pussy.
I would make fun out of myself and show it doesn't faze me in the slightest. Because, look, seriously, guys, in all the years I've been involved in some form of way in media, whatever it is, it's easy for me to go, oh, look, this is too hard. I can't deal with this anymore because somebody I don't know who lives in another country that I'll never get to see thinks I'm a twat. But people do that. I mean, I have people every now and then who decide to have a go and a dig at me, and I think that's great because they're listening to the show and they really don't like what I'm doing. So I keep
listening. So
keep listening. This is the thing. You don't have to listen.
Yeah,
this is what I mean. You don't have to tune and listen to the zombie. You don't have to like the page. You don't have to tell your friends about it. I couldn't give a rat's ass at the end of the day, whether you like it or not. I like the fact that the people who do like it, they get an enjoyment out of it. You know what I mean? That's all I do it for. I don't.
Brad Scott for Prime Minister.
Damn straight. Or Pope.
No, I've already taken that job, mate.
No, seriously, dude. No. Pope Brad. Pope Spanky is not a good thing.
No,
how about Pope Ginge? Maybe we should...
They'll never, you know that there can't be a red-headed pope.
That's right.
They
have no souls. That's right. Send all your hate mail if you're a ginger to Ginger at Geek Speak. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing, guys. You look at all the aspects of what we do, and we do it for the fun. We do it for the passion. We don't do it for the ratings. We don't do it... Look, like I've always said, I don't care if one person tunes into the zombie and likes it because it's just different. It's off the wall. We talk about great subjects. We have fun. This is the thing. We spend most of our times laughing at ourselves for our own stuff ups. And
we have, we watch the videos back for Geek Speak each week, and like Wade sends it through to me, and the poor bugger, he spends hours and hours and hours and hours sitting there slaving over a hot computer. God, it sounds like mother, doesn't it?
Yes.
Slaving over a hot computer. And he sends it to me first thing in the morning. I review it. And I look at it and just go, usually I'm laughing or I'm really sucked into the thing, because it's usually a little bit of time has passed since we filmed it to when it goes out.
Yep.
And I always contact him and go, mate, you did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And that's the main thing. As long as I enjoy it, he gets a kick out of it. Our crew get a kick out of it, including the host. They all love it. That's the thing. If anyone else comes on and says, hey, I really enjoy that video, that's just a bonus.
Yeah, bonus.
At the end of the day.
It is a bonus. Like if I want to go out and produce a 15-minute little film or something like that, it's because I want to do it. It's not because anyone else told me to do it.
Me and the big fella just talked before when we were doing our meat. Was it Mega Burger Challenge?
Mm-hmm.
We were talking, and once we get season 3 of Geek Speak off to the stations in the next couple of weeks, we'd like to take a week or two off and just pot it around and do a few little shorts or just experiment. Right. Take a bit of a break and just see what comes out of the wash. Essentially,
I mean, and that's why we do it.
Yeah,
that's why we do film.
We might have to make a horror film. We might do a little short horror thing.
Do it. I'm doing the classic black and white, B grade, very bad special effects.
That's like another sad day for us.
Like, yeah, but no, that's sexual acts. You got like the saucer on the like the frisbee as a painted silver off the fishing pole thing happening. I mean, to me, that was the essence of what movie making was. It was the whole thing about, let's see, look, it may look like crap for its day, and it looks even worse now, but the essence of the story was there. It was the whole point of being these people got off their friggin' asses and produced. It doesn't care how bad it was. See, I don't criticise people for giving something a go if they're willing to get off their ass and give it a go.
Yep.
I don't care how bad it is or how they've done something.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
I don't like is people.
It's that old saying, isn't it? Put up or shut up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I mean, what's that other great saying? Shit or get off the pot. Yeah. I don't know where that come from, but I love that saying.
I have no idea what it means, but it sounds awesome. The Brad agrees.
Actually, I think it's Scottish.
It could be.
I think it comes from Scotland. Shit or get off the pot.
All I think of it is Clerks.
In the room, hey?
All I think of it is Clerks.
Yeah, or Clerks too. I love Clerks.
Shit or get off the pot on
That's
Clerks
right.
too.
It was too, yeah.
It was too, yeah. But, I mean, look at Clerks. Okay, speaking of Clerks, right, we're going in tangents here, but that's what we do when we talk. But look at the original Clerks movie.
Yep.
It was
Classic.
It is a classic. It was based in a friggin' convenience store. The whole thing was basically shot in this convenience store. Mm-hmm. But look at the characters that came out of it. Look at the storyline behind it. Look at the sheer brilliance of what Clerks became. It wasn't popular in its day, but it has such a mass following as a cult movie today.
That's right.
I mean, what was it? About 10 years ago they did Clerks 2. No, it wasn't that long ago. It was about 6 years ago they did Clerks 2.
And now,
we were flying out to America for the first time. We saw it the week before we headed out. 2006.
And now Jason Mewes has just released the cartoon version, the cartoon movie.
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob.
Super groovy cartoon movie.
Yeah. I saw the preview.
Head along to the Geek Speak Facebook page, and it's on there.
Mate, I watched that, and I was wetting myself with laughing because it is so much like.
See that, Ginge? That's a plug right there for your old son.
yeah, mate. I was wetting myself silly. Little bit of pee-pee came out. But I love that stuff because
Brad,
it's off. Yes.
Brad.
What?
Adult incontinence is not a funny issue, mate.
But
it happens to all of us at some stage.
Mate, but I'm wearing my special pants.
Good.
Oh, hang on, I gotta go. But, I mean, this is the great stuff about giving something a go. I mean, it's like when what was that movie that George Lucas did when he first did it? It was friggin' what was it? And I should know this. I know
THX.
THX. That's it. That he was meant to do like was it a 10-minute or 5-minute short film?
Yes, that's right.
That thing, how long did it go for? Half an hour, 45 minutes?
Yeah.
It went way over.
For film school.
For film school, it went way over in the attributes. It went way over in the directing. And it really took people by surprise. They actually made that into a movie later on down the track. But the point being is that if people don't get off their asses and try it for themselves, they will never know. They will never realise how cool it is to actually produce something yourself
and do it for the right reasons.
And do it for the reasons where you want to showcase what you do. And this is what frustrates me is that, I get trolled going back every now and then about, your show's crap and all the rest. And I think, whatever. But what have you done? I always ask them, so are you doing a radio show? You ask like little nitpicky questions. I always ask this information because I want people to know that, it's easy to judge somebody else until you judge yourself. You know what I mean? You got to be able to. I mean, I'm my own worst critic. Trust me, no one can give me a harder time than I can, and I know.
Challenge accepted, Brad.
Oh, yeah, but I know what you're bloody... If it's anything like bloody Ginger's boat trip with me, I mean, seriously, come on.
But that's what's good about YouTube. You can get on there and you can say, okay, I accept that you don't like this episode.
Yep.
But I'm looking at your YouTube page and you've not released any videos whatsoever.
No.
So, you know, and or if someone's got 5 videos out and they've only got 16 hits per episode, you're like, well, you know, come on, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit will get off the pot.
Yeah, shit will get off the pot. I mean, exactly right. I mean, but you...
Are you doing it for the right reasons?
Yep. This is what I talked about the other night on the radio show with Ghost of Oz. I mean, because, you know, I'm into the pop culture side of the paranormal and that. And I said a lot of shows, there'll only be a certain number because they've already got that cult status or cult following. So it's hard for the new ones to break into the field. Don't look at going into it and you're going to get a TV show. Shoot yourself a couple of YouTube videos. Show the good stuff that you do and accept the criticism that follows. If you don't accept the criticism that follows, like, not telling you a fag or whatever. I mean, if you say, oh, listen, I really don't like, you know, that was okay, but, you know, if you did this, if you actually take notice of that, this could be your future audience.
That's right.
And this is what people don't realise. So when someone says to me, Brad, listen, the sound was shit on this episode, yada, 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 I say, tough. No, I don't. I say, okay, great, let me look into it, I'll fix it up. So, because I don't always know how things are going to turn out at the end of the day. I don't know if an episode's going to work, if an episode's going to suck ass. I take it as it comes, and that's why I never edit anything out, because why lie about something that you're meant to be truthful on? If you know what I mean. That's why, look, if someone goes on a rant and all the rest of it, Todd, goes on a rant and does their thing.
Is that pot you're going to shit on?
Yeah, shit. Oh. Shit will get off the pot. If you have shit in it, ram his head in it.
Oh, mind you, just don't bother. Just straight to Todd. Seriously, just give it straight to Todd. I don't care.
Do you know what? Just a fascinating little thing. When I did a tour of Edinburgh.
Can you say it in a British accent?
In Scottish, I can say it in Scottish.
No, I want British. I want royal British accent.
Fuck you and your British. Fucking Scotland, Brad. Scotland. When I was over in Edinburgh, I did a few tours, and they did like the haunted Edinburgh tours, really, really good. Yep. And they were saying about like these streets, these underground streets, and all that kind of stuff, because you know these tenement buildings, they went like 6-7 stories up. A lot of them were timber up top, you know. And they said you'd be walking home over night time, and you had to keep an ear out, because if someone yelled out "Gardaloo," okay, you got as close to the wall as you could, got up against the wall face first, and you thought thin thoughts, because when someone yelled out "Gardaloo," they were tipping the chamber pot out into the street. Ew. So you would get covered in shit and piss and whatever else, vomit, whatever.
You'd get covered in poo-poo.
You would, right?
What does Gardaloo mean?
It was like a French. Watch the dirty
water. Watch out
below. pretty much. Watch out.
Why didn't they yell out? This is shit coming your way.
That kind of language at the time. So yeah, if you ever heard Gardaloo, that's when you just quickly face the nearest wall, suck yourself into it, and hope you didn't get shit on you. Just thought I'd bring that up. It was a fascinating bit of history.
That is awesome. I'm sort of like crying.
I wonder if you should try that on a night out in the valley. Just walk around.
They wouldn't know what it meant, though. That's the problem.
Hey?
They'd probably turn around and
Gardaloo. They would have started pissing on them.
No. If you yelled out Gardaloo in the middle of the valley, mate, everyone would think of some sort of new type of drug. Yeah, come and get your Gardaloo here. Oh, yeah.
Hello, baby.
Oh, man, this stuff tastes like shit. I wonder why. But that's just the way it is. So,
that's
guys,
fascinating to history right there. See, this is the thing. I'm here to educate. Not only am I here to go on a rant about a certain community TV station, I'm here to educate you as well.
And you've done that. And you're awesome at it. You've been very quiet there, Ginge. What's happened, man? Is he taking the mic off you or something?
I just...
you just listened to it.
I was listening to our podcast back today when I published it, and there was, 5 of us on the podcast this week. 5. And I noticed that people tended to talk over the top of one another a little bit too much. So I'm just trying to keep the quality of this podcast up.
Yeah, you give me a look there. I'm sorry, I do talk over you.
There is no quality in Naked Zombie. I'm sorry. People have a disillusion that I know what I'm doing, and I don't.
Oh. Did you enjoy the wait for me to give him an in?
Yeah, I like that. That was
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Was that it?
We now
then?
got a hand signal. I do this.
I'm going to start talking right now, and now it's over to Todd.
That's right. We got this perfect system, and I'll do it again.
Yeah, it's
Hey.
back to me. Now it's back
Guys.
to you.
Guys.
Yes.
Guys, shut up. Anyway, so what's happening on... I meant that as a joke. You didn't laugh when I said shut up. Laugh. Shut up. Yeah, good one. What's coming up on Geek Speak?
This week,
This
we're
week,
bringing out
you got to give it a plug while you're here.
This week we've got the lovely Anna Marangelli, the original, the one, the only girly geek goddess. She's doing a video this week on Wizard of Oz because it hit cinemas this week.
Oz the Great and Powerful.
Oz the Great and Powerful, sorry.
Nice, yes.
I don't know whether you caught last week's. Anna did a fantastic piece on Hansel and Gretel. And then next Hansel. And then next week we're back with the fantastic Steve Muller, our host of regular Geek Speak. He's back with a video next week. And then coming up after that, we'll have a Man Cave episode with Paul Mason.
Yep.
That's the final Man Cave one that we filmed. And then we alternate usually week to week. Then one week will be the lovely Geek Goddess Anna, and then the next will be the sexy Geek Speak host Steve. So,
And don't forget every Monday
we have our new
podcast, Geek
podcast
Speak
up every
Live.
Monday.
And Monday night's podcast live. So don't forget, boys and girls, at the time, they're probably just sitting back going, my God, are these actually going to get together and do something? Awesome. But this is the thing, we have to look forward to. This is what the Naked Zombie Army, as I like to call them, because they are fantastic listeners who do take the time to tune into the show and give us feedback and jump on the site. And we like to cross-promote everything that we do, don't we?
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. It's just that the
We
Geek
do.
Speak
I
boys-
I have Naked Zombie undies on it as we speak.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got
I-
Brad's face on the
Can I
cut.
see? Really?
Yeah, go on, show him. Go on, show
Here
him.
you go, ready?
Go. Big, look.
It looks... That's an elephant. What?
No, Brad's
Oh, the
nose is
jocks.
big.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I thought it was a cherry tomato.
Everyone listening today has to go to facebook.com/GeekSpeakTV and hit like.
Yeah, definitely do. Go and like that
That's
page.
their mission today.
Do it, or Brad's going to call up the Australian bush legend, the Kodaichi Man, the Australian version of the Boogeyman, to come and get you.
The Kodaichi Man.
Kodaichi man. And
Do we have to spit and turn around 3 times now that you've said
I don't know
that
how
word?
I don't know how that come about. He's just the Australian version of the Boogeyman.
Hey, guys.
Aboriginal folklore, the Kodaichi Man. Yes,
it
Brad?
those two that I got you on were talking about, was it the Bloody Mary thing happening? Or was that someone else?
No, but I'll take one if you're
Okay.
a couple up.
I want you to do something for me. I want you to stand in front of your bathroom mirror with
No,
a candle
piss
going.
off.
You know what? No,
Well,
look,
no,
I'll tell you.
come on.
I'll be fucking honest with you. Hang on, I'm suspicious like that. I'm superstitious.
Yeah.
I'm suspicious and
I
superstitious.
don't look at mirrors at night time.
It's
You
surprising
don't.
how...
This is a true thing. He will not look in a mirror at night time. Even when we're traveling overseas, he feels the mirror's going to steal his soul.
And I
need a
don't have
soul
one,
to
so
steal.
I haven't got much for them to take out. You know.
But this isn't it funny? Like I always put this across to people when I speak to them. It's like, go on, if you would you do it? Would you stand in front of a mirror and say
No.
Bloody
No.
Mary 3 times? And surprising, like rule of thumb is
what?
nothing would happen, but it's surprising how many people won't do it.
Do you say touch wood?
Touch wood.
Yeah, I do it all the time. If I will hunt around. People think I'm crazy because I'll be looking around the shop and I've got to put down
Lump of
touch
wood.
under the counter or something and go touch wood. And they're like, "Are you that superstitious?" I'm like, "Yeah."
So what? Hey. Say hey.
If Ginger's in the shop, I touch something else because it's woody.
Oh
I
God.
was talking about his toothpick, Brad. Get your mind out of the fucking gun.
I think it's. I think I'm going to have to put a special rating on tonight's show for some reason, and
I'm sure
charge
you're gonna
like
have
$20
to.
a friggin' episode. I think. For this
I apologise.
I got to pay for all the friggin' all the emails I got to send back.
No, Brad, there was no way I would do that because as a child I was traumatised by a ghost that used to look over my bed every night.
Oh, that's right. I've heard you. We were talking
Every
when- I
night.
think you were
How
telling
does
me
that
that.
tie into the mirror?
Hey?
How does that tie into the mirror?
Because...
Standing behind you in the mirror.
The mirror in your bedroom, was it?
No.
Did he come from the mirror, did he?
As a child, he'd be standing in the middle of the room looking over my bed, right?
Yeah.
And then as I got closer to, say, about 10 years old, he'd be standing at the doorway,
Yeah.
right? And that doorway, on the other side of the door, of the hallway, of that door, was the bathroom with a huge, like 6-foot wide mirror.
So you thought he'd come from the mirror? Or?
No, I didn't know, but I'm just saying, if he could stand
Well, why
that
the
close...
fuck can't you look at a mirror at that time?
Because the whole thing is, if you're staring in a mirror and you've got a light bulb behind you, that it'll end up morphing into something
I've got
else.
no fucking idea what you're on about.
Yeah.
No. What he's talking about is he had the seedy old uncle. Everyone's got a seedy old uncle, mate. Come on. Actually, my nephew calls me the seedy old uncle.
Really?
This bloke must have painted himself up blue too, you know.
Was he blue? Do
Semi-transparent.
It wasn't
Really?
a Smurf, was it?
you think he drowned or something? Was he like a ghost who had drowned?
No, I don't know.
Which is really fucking weird because we live in the mountain city.
Well, apparently there was an old man who died in the house
Oh, really?
before my family moved in.
So it could have been him.
It could have been him.
Maybe his missus choked him or something. That's why he's blue.
I don't know. I don't know why he was
Either
looking
that
at
or he
me.
thought he was a fucking Smurf. I don't know.
Maybe he was a priest.
Hey? He might have done a Michael Hutchins, eh, with a fucking belt.
Don't say that. That's not nice.
Sorry, I was just reading a comic book. Keep going, guys.
Yeah. Hey, why are we doing your show for you?
Hey, yeah, just go ahead. I'm just. Hey, guess what I just found? I went looking through my cupboard while you two were reminiscing about touching each other's willies.
Yep.
I found an old comic book I drew back in 2002.
No, really?
Yeah, really. It's called Slugman. I'm serious. I'm not lying to you. It's based on a slug.
Are you going to scan it and put it on the Facebook page?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it actually, because I just happened to go through. I'm just looking through it's under my desk here, and I've been sorting stuff out, sorting some crap out of myself, and I just happened to pull this out, and I said, "My God, I have not seen this in years." And it's basically I did this back in 2002, which was 11 years ago, and my God, it's based on like the small things you find on newspapers. You know how those little strip comics. Mm-hmm. It was based on those sort of style. It was a strip comic, so it had 3 squares, and each square told a story, and that would be it. And I should actually take a couple of photos and scan it in, or do something with it. And I'm just looking back and think, shit, I really sucked at drawing back then too.
We, in high school, Todd and I come up with comic characters.
Yeah,
We did too, didn't we?
It was,
Shh, don't tell him. Don't tell him. I might steal him. I want to publish it one day.
really?
Yeah.
You don't, okay.
No.
It's just-
Let's just leave it at we came up with characters.
yeah. It wasn't Poo Poo Man and Wee Wee Girl, was it?
Nope.
No.
Nope. But I tell you,
They
gave me
were
a new
cool
character.
looking characters.
Awesome. So what
We
else?
might have to get Matt Wolf to draw it for us.
This new idea that
Yeah,
we've got.
because he's good.
Yeah,
Have you checked out?
Matty
You
was
checked out
great.
his stuff? Matt is great. He's a talented artist.
Seriously, dude, him and Chantel are just friggin' amazing. Anyway, guess what?
What?
We've been going well over the hour for tonight.
Oh shit, have we? Oh, bug you, Brad. I'm going home then, eh?
Oh, fine, bye.
We probably shouldn't have talked so much.
Night, Brad.
No. Anyway, listen, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me again on The Naked Zombie. It has been a pleasure and an honour having you both on tonight's show. As
Sorry,
always.
It was great. Thanks for having us on. We love coming on for a chat. And as I hope I wasn't too harsh on certain
Hopefully,
station down
hopefully
there,
you don't get too much.
but hopefully you get too
hate
much
mail.
hate mail.
Oh, look, seriously, dude, I'm not the one who's going to be getting the hate mail. I just put it out there. And see, that's the thing. It's like, that's why I look at it. It's like an investigative reporter, right? You're only reporting the story that's handed to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, see?
yeah. You're like Peter Harvey, Brisbane.
Yeah, Peter Harvey. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on tonight's show. It's always
Thank you.
great fun, and thank you for being a part of Naked Zombie TV that's coming up. We start filming in April, middle of April. We should have everything ready to go, and then hopefully we'll start producing the episodes out on the website by the middle of the year.
I can't wait to see the set. I heard whispers of a set.
Yeah, well, I'm working on the set at the moment, so hopefully it will work out nicely. And I don't think it's going to... Look, I used to build props for the film industry, but it's sort of like I'm no good with paper mache and crayons. It's an
There's
awesome
Ginge.
set.
Don't worry about it.
All right, guys, listen, thank you again. And where can people
Thanks,
find
Brad.
Geek Speak?
Facebook.com/GeekSpeak TV, YouTube.com/GeekSpeak Australia, and at GeekSpeak AU on Twitter.
And you can find me on the corner of Ruffin Street most Friday nights.
And yeah, I'm usually the one hiding in your pockets too. Thank you, guys. Absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining. And thank you, everyone, for listening to The Naked Zombie tonight. And if you have any questions or want to get in touch with the boys from Geek Speak, leave me out of it. Go ahead and do it. Just go forth. And
GeekSpeakAU@gmail.com.
and I'm sure they would love to hear from you.
Bring it on.
All right,
Take
guys.
you all on.
Have a great night. Have a safe night, and I'll be in touch
Thanks,
with you
Brad.
very, very soon.
See you, mate.
See you guys. Bye.
Yeah.